So an intentional meeting is going to support the advancement of constructive and purposeful initiatives. You want them to generate solutions, and you want limited distractions and a clearly defined focus, an objective that you need to accomplish. Anybody can have a meeting, and I think in today's society with Zoom, everybody's having meetings, right? But do they always have a purposeful meeting? One that has a research-backed model that allows their group to identify and understand and activate an initiative that they're trying to achieve. So it's not just sitting down and talking, but having a clear intention of what you want to discuss, a clear focus, and a goal that you really want to achieve while you're meeting. You need to quiet the noise. You need to quiet the outside noise. You need to quiet the noise in your head. And it's really important for this type of model of meeting to not have a spouse or a +1 on these groups, because you really just don't want anybody distracting that focus while you're collaborating. So yeah, limit to distractions and definitely quieting that noise. A lot of the times the meetings are to set a goal for the upcoming year, to solve a problem, or maybe the employees have been remote working and this is a chance for them to be together, and maybe there's some differences, maybe they need to get some commonality, some cohesion in the group. So these types of meetings really help foster that. You have to identify, understand, activate, and invest. Those are the four pillars of an intentional meeting. You always have to have a specific purpose in mind and a goal you want to achieve. It's like identify what it is you want to do, right? Do you want collaboration within the team because they haven't seen each other? Do you need to set your goals for the next year for the initiatives that you want to support? You have to understand each other. You have to sit down. You have to talk. You have to work things out, share ideas, activate it, put a plan in place, decide how are we going to get this done by third quarter of next year or whatever. You got to have that activation part of it. And then you have to be invested. Everybody's got to buy in on that goal. Everybody's got to want the same thing. So yeah, those are the four pillars that kind of you build around, get that purpose accomplished in your meeting. I think in a lot of these associations and nonprofits, in their bylaws, they have a clause that they have to get together every quarter. It's part of the governing body of the groups. So they do it, but because they have to. It's not because they're trying to create something. Yes, maybe have less meetings, do 2 a year, and have them more focused rather than having one every quarter. But I really think it's the bylaws, it's the governing bodies that determine that they have to meet in order to be this organization or that organization. For us specifically, if I could speak about Wingspread, since we're owned by the Johnson Foundation, every group has to be vetted. So we don't allow groups to convene here if they don't have a clearly defined purpose. It doesn't jive with the model that we have. And once they give us that purpose, that we follow through and help them achieve that goal. That's the convening model that we have here at Wingspread. We live intentional meetings. That's all we are, is intentional meetings. I mean, being owned by a foundation, it's the foundation that we base what we do on. And we get a lot of nonprofits that are meeting their executive committees, it's C-suites, it's the decision makers that come together who are the ones that are actually going to activate that plan. So they come here to get that reinforcement and to get that momentum going. We actually have a group that comes to us a couple times a quarter, and they love the campus. They love the serenity. They love the quieting of the noise. And the group that's here this week are documentary filmmakers. And they're getting together and they're using some of our campus, the beauty of the campus, to help hone in some skills on filming, but they're also brainstorming ideas of helping to write scripts and things like that. When they leave here, they're ready to get that camera going and get that film made. So they're doing all that back work here to, when they leave, to have all those ideas put down and recorded. So it's a really cool group. We're really excited to have them. This is the second time they brought in a group of documentary filmmakers to us. So it's really cool.